Welcome back to Mastering Rogue Legacy with Brian. And you may recall that last time I had some controller problems. I've got a new controller. I'll talk about that in a minute. But we have a Lich King who's a Savant, which means we're going to get random spells, either Conflux or Crowstorm. And 4 hit points back per kill, 2 magic points back per kill. We've got Haste and are kind of gone back to our more usual movement runes, which are, we have the Sky Rune, maybe? I don't have a Sky Rune equipped. That's a problem. Glad we're testing this out. Let me fix up my runes. I'll be right back. Okay, now we have a Sky Rune. We have the ability to dash back and forth, and we have some Vampirism and Siphon. You may notice that I'm starting out with a very small number of hit points. As a result of using the new controller and testing things out, I accidentally pressed the conversion button. Alright, and we have Conflux for Crowstorm because we're a Savant. And so, yeah, there goes switching to Crowstorm. We had Herodotus' Obol, I guess. So I'll go ahead and give that up. And our magic spells actually cost a whole lot less because with the previous character, we invested a whole lot in mana cost down so that this guy could cast a whole lot of spells, which will hopefully save his life. Yeah, I'm really worried that with only 62 hit points at the start... Alright, we're already up to 66. We get through a few easy rooms, we'll be in much better shape. And yeah, so I have a new controller. I had to replace the old one because the D-pad just like died. Just started making movements that weren't there and holding down buttons, and yikes! Halfus and Bareth, I am not ready to fight right now, and I'm not even sure if they're worth coming back to. I'll probably get a stat upgrade though, so I guess they are. So I should go back there in a little while when I have maybe, I don't know, 180 hit points? Trying to think of what would be useful for this character. And Conflux as a spell would also be useful, actually. So I'll try to remember that. Halfus and Bareth, go back to that. So yeah, it always takes a little bit of time to get used to a new controller. I went around shopping yesterday to a few different stores and tried to find controllers that I could... They either had a display model or I could take it out of the box and just like hold it to see how it felt. Hand feel is important. I can tell now this is the first time I'm kind of like sitting down in my normal posture at my desk to play the game. This one is a little bit smaller than my previous controller, but I think I prefer smaller to bigger in terms of just being comfortable in your hands for a long period of time. And so we'll see how it goes. This Lich King here has built himself back up to 118 hit points. And so, assuming I don't do anything too foolish, I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here, and I'll bring you guys back in as interesting things happen, as they inevitably do. This is a good room for Crowstorm. Aha! Take that, skeletons below. As well as tall guards who have taken a little bit of damage, but now as I sneak up behind you, haha! Oops. I like how I go, haha! And then completely miss him. Oh dear. Sadly, I can't get to that money down there. It'd be cool if one of the upgrades, if there were like a rune that was like a coin magnet or something, that would make the coins like float up into your person or something. I don't know. Just random musings. This is another... this room isn't all that big. Actually, I think I'll just take it on normally rather than use crows in here. We'll wait until we get into a big difficult room for our next Crowstorm. Here's a big room that'll be good for Crowstorm. Sadly, the room is relatively empty. But nevertheless, there are a whole bunch of enemies in this room, and so this is a good place. Well, I'm at maximum mana to go ahead and cast Crowstorm and kill a bunch of guys. And soften up the rest of them. And so we will do that. And yeah, I'm over 200 hit points now, and so I should really go back and fight Halfus and Bareth. Go ahead and see if I can get a stat upgrade back over in that original room. So after this room, I will head back over there and see you guys over there. Okay, Halfus and Bareth, I think Conflux is probably a good idea, even though it'll bounce around a little bit randomly and cause one guy to get enraged because he ends up getting killed before I'm ready. But I think that's okay. Ah, darn it. Okay, and yeah, we have enough attack power that Mini bosses in the castle. Oh, I just get some gold. Mini bosses in the castle are no big deal. And let's see, we can continue down there later on. There was also Stolas and Folklore in the forest, but I'm going to wait until my random spell, yikes, switches to Conflux again before I go try to take them on, because Stolas and Folklore, I don't know that we've seen it all this playthrough, or at least I don't think I've fought them, because they are a mini-boss that I'm not particularly good at. And so I want to be really ready. Okay, here's another good Crowstorm room. There's a bunch of enemies in this room. Crowstorm, of course, always costs the same amount, but cast 1 crow per enemy in the room. And so the more enemies there are in the room, the more valuable the spell is to cast. In terms of being able to just, you know, get more bang for your buck. And also, it's big rooms like this, where there's just, like, too many things happening at once. It's also just a super valuable place to kill all the bad guys. And so there we go. And let's see. I'm gonna try going up and see if we can find a Maya entrance over here. Then maybe we can teleport back to where I saw Stolas and Folklore earlier. Yep, sure enough. Okay, here's the Maya teleporter. And where did I see them? Right up over there. Yeah. Alright. Even though I don't have the right spell, we're gonna go ahead and try this. They are 2 giant plantite kind of things that, you know, shoot up into the air. And I've seen other people do this, and they're very good at dodging. I am not. Alright, I am going to get some Conflux orbs in here to try to help soften them up some. And of course, I just got stuck in all my own Conflux orbs. Okay, great. I'm going to do that again, because these guys make me nervous. Not good at dodging. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than I remembered the last time I played. Okay, we killed one of them. And the other one seems like he's almost dead, I think. There we go. Neat. So that's another mini-boss. And we just got a bunch of gold from it, but that's fine. I think I might have... no, my max hit points are at 290. I was going to say I might have capped out my max hit points, but perhaps not. Let's kind of pay attention to that. Keep you with me as I go exploring into another room and see if we're still getting any more hit points or not. What do we got over here? Yes, max hit points are still going up. I'll try to get my magic points back now too, because I have a little bit of siphon as we go through some easy areas, but at some point in the not too distant future I'm going to need to convert. There we go. Okay, it is time. I'm no longer gaining max hit points, so I press the conversion button, and half of my hit points turn into magic points. And let's hope that as a result of converting in the original starting room, I didn't lose out on the ability to do conversion one more time, because a lich is a super awesome character if you can get them up to like 400, 500 magic points. Right now I'm at 360, and I fear that might be that's all I'm going to get. But we will find out after I manage to get my hit points back up. Okay, let's see. There we go. Hello, chest. Alright, I will do some more spelunking around the forest and see when I see you. Hey, pray for assistance. Yes, please. Hyperion's Ring, free Deathify. Very nice, very nice. If we do manage to get this character up pretty strong, we might be able to go ahead and take on the boss. Take on Johannes with this character, which could be fun. Enter New Game Plus. Action and adventure and all kinds of excitement. Alright, but for now, rather than being silly, I should focus on just not dying. Oh dear. Alright, this room should actually not be that bad. Here's another good room for Crowstorm, I think. Not sure it'll be enough to kill everybody in here, but then I can do things like that to kind of finish them off. So that's nice. Yeah, I can kill you through the wall. You, I will stand back before coming over here. Alright, boring room. Don't fly up into the spikes on the ceiling. I'm up to 209 hit points, and I have plenty of things in reserve, so let's see. Oh my goodness, okay, this is a scary first room. Let's see how this guy does in the Maya. And actually pretty well. Definitely that first Crowstorm was definitely the right thing to do. I saw it was a room full of enemies. And it ended up killing a bunch of guys, and so even though I took a fair bit of damage through vampirism and just the Lich's natural ability to gain more hit points, That ended up working out pretty well. This is a much easier room in comparison. Here's another room where I think Crow Storm is probably not a bad strategy to start things out. And crap. I don't like having these guys coming after me though. Okay, let's see. I need to finish off this pyrite. Hit points are still doing okay. I hear a warg, I think. Do I actually hear a warg? I think the warg would have been dead, so I think I'm mishearing. My ears deceive me. It's interesting. I don't hear people say that very often. You hear my eyes deceive me. That's like a common phrase, but my ears deceive me. I don't know that I've ever heard that before. I may be the first person in the history of the world who have ever spoken those words. How does it feel, Brian? It feels amazing. I'm a historical figure. People will look upon me for centuries to come, as he's the guy who coined the phrase, my ears deceive me. Alright, now that I've settled in, I feel like the Maya... Oops. I was going to say the Maya is going to be really straightforward. We do have a bunch of armor. And so as a result, it's much harder for us to take damage than it was back in the past. Back in the days of being very squishy. We are not so squishy anymore. And I have conflux. So a big open room should be the next place that I look forward to perhaps using my spell. Oh, darn it. I saw that guy, and that's why I swung my sword, but I was already moving so fast that I moved right into him. Alright, assuming I don't make too many mistakes, I'll probably make another cut here, at least until I figure out what to talk about next. In terms of watching other people play Rogue Legacy, the Ixalan, who's someone I mentioned, I don't know, a few episodes ago, had a live stream the other day where he was taking on the Neo bosses, which I don't know if we've even kind of like peeked into any of the rooms during this particular playthrough. I would need a Scythe or Crowstorm. I can come back here with Crowstorm. Alright, come back to this room with Crowstorm to get that fairy chest. Basically, he had a live stream where he was going to take on the Neo bosses. And I've never really kind of invested much time in that. But the times that I have looked at it, I thought I would just suck at it and rage and not be able to... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, go away. And so it took him about an hour and a half, I think. But he finally managed to get Neo Kiter. Yikes. Let's cast Conflux just to get some extra help into the room. Yikes. Okay. Still gaining maximum hit points. Although I'm probably getting near the edge again. So let's keep our eyes on the screen to notice when we kill a guy and it no longer says 4 max HP above their dead corpse. Because that's when I need to convert once again. If possible. I hope I haven't already reached maximum magic points available for my level. Yeah, so the Ixalan basically, yeah, spent an hour and a half fighting Neo Kiter over and over and over and over and over and over again. I think I was estimating if it was 90 minutes, it took about 1 minute per each attempt. So we probably tried like on the order of 100 times. But finally took down Neo Kiter. And as a result of watching him, I think I do at least know some strategy. So if at some point I decide I'm going to try that out for myself, I have kind of a starting point. A frame of reference for how it might be possible to win that battle. Okay, I'm no longer... So let's hit the conversion button. Yes! Okay, 536 mana. That's amazing. And I still don't have Crow's Storm. Is there someone else in here? I think there is. There it is. Okay, there's you, and there's also some floor spikes. Yes, right. I know the layout of this room. Great. Okay, so we need to work our maximum hit points back up. We need to... Is this the first room I came in? It is. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Keep going around until our spell changes to Crowstorm so I can go back up and get that fairy chest. I'll probably talk about it a few more times over the next couple of minutes so that I don't forget about it. Because if you keep talking about something, I find that's a good way to, I don't know, improve my short-term memory, which is not very good. Not that my long-term memory is all that good either. But yes, if I spend all of my time talking about fairy chests while I'm talking to you guys, then hopefully that will help me remember that there is a fairy chest that I need to have Crowstorm in order to get. And so the next time I get Crowstorm, I'm going to go back up and revisit that fairy chest. Fairy chest, fairy chest, fairy chest. Oh dear. But for now, we'll take a peek into some more rooms here in the Maya. What do we got? How big is that room? And that might be a big enough room that it's worth casting Conflux. Seems like, oh boy, there's a fair number of guys in here, perhaps. I still hear the Conflux orbs bouncing around. I see, but it's kind of an odd-shaped room where they probably got kind of stuck in a corner, and so might not have hit all that many guys. But now I do have Crowstorm, and so after I kill this one Plantite, yeah, I'm going to go back right now and go get that fairy chest before I forget. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Here we are, fairy chest defeat all enemies. Kablam! Have a crow. Objective complete. Armor increase +2. Very nice, very nice. Alright. Back to, kind of kicking butt in the Maya at this point. I should probably take a peek into the dungeon. And have I found the entrance to the dungeon yet? I have not. So I will go try to find the entrance to the dungeon. Here is another one of these fairy chests to defeat all enemies. So there's another time, oh boy, that I need to go back when I have Crowstorm available. And let's see, where do I stand? Oops, alright. Well, now I can just Skyrune out of here. Alright, so we need to use our Conflux orbs once again. Still trying to find the entrance to the dungeon. And I managed to find the entrance to the dungeon. Let's see, how big is this room? It's reasonably big. Let's go ahead and Conflux. See if we manage to kill anyone other than that guard box. No, I'm going to cast Conflux again then, probably. Actually, is this room bad? Yeah, this is reasonably bad. Alright, so we'll do that a couple more times. Mostly hoping that I'm going to get Crowstorm so I can hurry up and go back to that fairy chest. But if we manage to kill a bunch of the bad guys in this room, that wouldn't suck either. And let's see. Well, we at least killed somebody over here. Hello, goodbye. Anybody else? Okay, there weren't as many enemies in that room as I thought. Let's see. Oh, boy. Alright, I'll definitely keep you with me since we're in the hardest area for the first time with this character. Haha! That was awesome. I have noticed with this controller that I accidentally press up a little bit more often. So I've noticed a few times where I'm in front of a chest or I'm in front of a teleporter and I start activating or opening the chest or activating the teleporter when I don't realize I'm doing it. So that is a minor aspect. I don't think in either this game or Spelunky, like, up doesn't do anything too terribly exciting that kind of interferes with normal gameplay. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, definitely there's always a period of adjustment as you're getting used to a new game controller. But for the most part, I do feel very settled in already, and I do feel like I've kind of forgotten, for at least brief periods, that I'm using a different controller. And so this is a good room for Conflux. Darn it. The Conflux orbs touch you, they quit bouncing around. Okay, I've got Crowstorm again. I'm gonna finish off this room without using any other spells, and then we're gonna go back and get that fairy chest. Oh, wait, these guys have a lot of hit points. Alright, killed one. Killed the other, and then there's a skeleton guy over here, and another Fury, apparently. Or Rage, whatever you are. Okay, I think that might be everybody. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go back to the fairy chest. Crowstorm, Crowstorm, it's a heck of a spell. The crows fly through walls. And I get a stat upgrade. Magic point increase, +5, hooray! Back to peeking into some new rooms, the dungeon. Seems not bad. I think this character might be able to both complete all of the rooms in the castle and be prepared to take on Johannes at the end of the day, because I don't think I've used any of my healing statues yet, for instance. Yeah, I don't want to overplay my hand here, and I do need to kind of save up some mana again for a little while, perhaps. I've got still the mana statues too, though. Yeah, I think this could be our first kind of 100% completion character. Yeah, but so far things are going pretty straightforward, even here in the dungeon. Oh boy. Yep, nope. I'm swinging my sword just inches away from that pupil and managing to not hit him at all each time. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So maybe I should keep you guys with me here. Let's see. In addition to watching the Ixalan's live stream, it was super hot here yesterday, and it looks like it's going to continue to be hot for the next few days. Which we're out here basically means getting into the 90s and sunny. And so I'm trying to get into the habit of waking up early. I'm not a morning person by nature. But if I wake up early... Oh, darn it. That thing below can't hit me, right? Right. Darn it. If I wake up... Oh, man. If I wake up early... Words! I'm trying to speak the words. Then I can get up, you know, while it's still cool in the morning. And so, yeah, don't have AC because you don't really need air conditioning out here, except for 1 or 2 weeks during the summer, and now it's that time where you wish you had it. And so, you know, I've got fans on and blowing outside air into the apartment overnight. And so when I wake up in the morning, it's actually nice and cool. And so this is the best time to record. And so I'm trying to wake up early, get some recordings done before we get into the heat of the day. And okay, so we found Herodotus' room. Right, and the upgraded version of him, which I don't know if we've ever seen before on my channel, is Astrodotus. And so perhaps we'll check that out at some point. Not right now, though. Right now, I'm focused. I'm trying to clear out everything. And how big is this room? This is actually not a bad room for Complex. Let's do that. And I don't know that we managed to hit anybody other than this Mr. Bones. That might not have been worth it. I will, however, stick to my usual strategy of if you're an enemy who tries to hit me with projectiles, then you become the top priority. And let's see. I just hit these guys in the face? I can. It's gonna take a while to do that. I got time. I think I've mentioned this before, although this is not gonna air for like a week and a half. It kinda doesn't make sense to talk about that. Alright, forget that. Find a new topic, Brian. Find something that's actually definitely current events. I still have Hyperion's ring, so we're going to leave the statue. Oops, that's where I accidentally press up when I don't mean to. We're going to leave the statue behind, because Hyperion's ring will be useful in the battle against Johannes. Alright, there's more rooms over here, so let's check them out. Ooh. Yeah, let's take our shot. Why not? The chance of a lifetime, indeed. Yes! Lucky! I am so lucky. I get all the money. 35,000. Amazing. Yeah, when you have... I've got like 50% bounty as a result of gold gain bonuses. Yeah, it's definitely worth playing that game. This is a good room for Crowstorm. Take no damage. Okay, so next time we get Crowstorm, we're going to try that room because we'll be able to kill the pupils. And now... There's only a few rooms left in the dungeon. Alright, let me find my way over there. This room isn't too big, but I'm going to cast Conflux. Mostly, yes, great. So that I can get Crowstorm for next time. To go into that fairy chest room. I don't know if the crows are going to be strong enough to defeat the pupils in one hit, though. Okay, and this guy, you're going to be a problem for me, I fear. Oh, unless you just end up standing... running into the wall the entire time and not bothering to look at me. Okay, I've got Crowstorm, and I've got a bunch of mana, and so if I want to waste a few more spells, it's probably worth it for the fairy chest, and I can still back off to mana potions and different things. So basically my strategy for this room which is, it's possible to win at this room, but it's difficult. So I think it'll be easier to use Crowstorm. That does not kill them. And so now I'm going to waste some Conflux Orbs, which aren't going to hit anybody, and waste some more Conflux Orbs, which aren't going to hit anybody, so that I can cast another Crowstorm, which will now take out all the pupils. There'll still be a Visionary at the end of the room, I believe. Yes, who is still at half life. And so I think that would take 2 more Crowstorms. I don't know that it's worth it to try to kill him. So let's just see when he's going to start getting on screen to fire at me and be ready. I think he's in the next little area here. Yes, there he is. So I'll find the right time to dodge. Great. Hit points increase, +5. Woohoo! Great, and we will just... Actually, can I hit you with my sword? I cannot. Alright, we'll leave you behind. Have fun there, Visionary. Keep on guarding. Okay, I'm gonna go try to clear out the rest of everything. Here's a big room for Crowstorm. Yo, boy! Darn it. Alright, took some damage there. Let's see, I might cast a Conflux in here too. Let's see, there was a... Right, some boner there. Oh, I think I can get him as he's coming out of the floor. Okay, actually, yeah, these rest of these enemies, I don't see any projectile enemies left in here. There might still be another Rage or Fury or whatever it is. The chain text will be a problem. I'm gonna take a shot at it though. I think I can do this. This is another place where the Sky Rune, I guess a double jump would do the same thing. You can kind of walk off of a ledge and then still have vertical mobility once you're in midair. So I guess I don't need to argue in favor of the Sky Rune there because a double jump would work just as well. Alright, let's carefully... Oh, there's a Zomboner! Alright, still not bad. Yeah, our armor is definitely the thing. Ooh, that was very nice. Look at that. Back up to maximum mana. Awesome. And this guy went the wrong way. Bad news for that guy. I'm gonna actually cast some Conflux in here because this will be hard to get to. So maybe those will bounce around and hit some of those guys. I'll even cast Crowstorm. Why not? See if we can take out... Didn't take out anybody in there. Bummer! Alright. I'm gonna even cast more Conflux. Darn it. Somehow I ended up on the spikes there. Not sure what I did. I did something wrong. I just don't know what. Oh, man. Oh, hey, the Conflux Orbs did come back and bounce and kill these guys, though. Okay, that makes me happy. I'm a little low on hit points, so let's try to be careful. I presume I can no longer convert. Yes, max magic points have been converted. That's what I thought. I'm going to go ahead and cast another Storm of Crows. Soften up the bad guys in here. Oh, gosh, I'm getting low on hit points. I should probably back off. I have already softened these guys up, though. Let's see if I can get a Conflux Orbs to bounce over in their direction. Nope, they're all going to bounce into me. Darn it. Let's try that one more time. Darn it. Oh, I'm taking so much damage, Brian. Down to 133. Alright, but I think I might have killed everybody. Oh, gosh. Oh, Blazelock, you're still alive. Anybody else still alive? This was a big room. Yikes. Okay, I need to back off and go back to the castle or somewhere easier. So I will see you guys in a bit. The castle, where enemies are easy, and Brian gains back hit points and mana without really having to think about it. Good times. Halfus and Berith in the castle I can fight even without maximum whatever's going. These guys are pretty easy. My Conflux Orbs might even finish them off if they manage to bounce back over there. Alright, no such luck. Didn't see. This guy probably still is going to take 1 or 2 hits. Oh, only 1. Very nice, very nice. And we just get a bunch of money, but I will take it. Oh, hello, room full of enemies. Crowstorm! Have some crows in your face! And you are dead, sir. Fairy chests take no damage. This is a tough one. Oh boy. Nice. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. Nice. Yes! Neat! I don't know that I've ever actually completed that fairy chest room. I don't see that one very often. But definitely That worked out in my favor. This is definitely going to be the best run we've ever had. We're up to 42,000 gold. Oops. I am well on my way to clearing out everything. And yeah, and if we can manage to beat Johannes on top of it all, which would be great, it's going to be a little bit tough with this character. But I think we definitely still have a shot. So I'm going to go try to finish everything else, and then I'll see you when we're ready to fight the boss. One of the very few times that it's perfectly safe to take a random teleporter is when you've cleared out most everything else and you're at a dead end in the Maya, and so this will probably be a shortcut somewhere. Alright, I'm back in the forest. Let's see, is the forest clear? The forest is clear. Is the castle clear? The castle appears to be clear. Is the dungeon clear? The dungeon is not yet clear yet, so I need to go finish off the dungeon. So 2 rooms to the left, and I'll be able to get to the dungeon entrance. Alright, I'll see you guys over there. Defeat all enemies in the dungeon. This looks like a pretty good room for some crows and some conflux. And yeah, one more set of crows actually will finish off a bunch of guys. Dead, dead, dead. Very nice. Yeah, I found that in these big rows, when I've been casting big rooms, when I've been casting Crowstorm and Conflux, I'm even gonna cast another one, why not? That I end up gaining back just about all of my magic, because a few guys will end up dropping magic potion, restoration, healing items, whatever they're called. And a few more guys, oops, I tried to catch all that gold and I missed some of it. Will be just, you know, giving me hit points and magic points back through Vampirism and Siphon. Hit points increase, +5, hooray! And so, yeah, basically I've been using the spells kind of at will throughout a number of areas, and it's not been a problem. I've hardly used any of my healing items in the statues in the teleporters room yet, but I'm going to go ahead and use some now. And yeah, basically over at the left edge of the dungeon is the only place left to go, I think. I believe this is the very last room. It's somewhat tough, but I think I can just kind of tank it. I will use a couple of spells to help soften up some of these enemies as well. I don't like the spiky balls one bit. Alright, and now if I concentrate, darn it, took more damage. Alright, I'm pretty sure I can stay alive, and then I still have a bunch of healing statues and different things that can help me out to finish things off. Alright, so let's take our time. Alright, and we got a Zomboner. That's not a problem. Hooray! Okay, we have done a 100% clear of everything. There are a couple of chests that I couldn't get because I'm not a dwarf. Actually, I guess there's just the one. Yeah, did I get everything else? Oh, right, and there's a fairy chest where I failed the objective. But everything else is clear. So I'm going to go eat all of the healing statues, and we are going to go fight Johannes, the final boss. Woohoo! Alright, and we get to fight the boss. Why do you wish to fight me? Because I want to win the game. Alright, here goes nothing. This guy is kind of crazy. I probably should go ahead and get some Conflux orbs in the room. I'm not sure they're going to hit him all that often. I don't have a lot of mobility. Haste is actually pretty useful in this fight. Alright, a crow will get him somewhere in there. We can kind of pin him down. And I should use my dash. Oh man, I've already taken a bunch of damage. Let's go ahead and cast another crow. And another Conflux. Just to do a little bit more damage. And then let's try to get away. Let's do another crow. Should definitely take advantage of whatever magic I have. Get those bouncing around. Darn it. Okay. Come on, Brian, you can do this. Another crow. Another crow. Another crow. I'm mostly going to stay away from him when I can. Yo, boy! Darn it. Yo, come on, Brian! Yo! He's almost there! Crowstorm? Come on. Yes! Nice, okay, and now there's going to be a bunch of healing items on the ground. We get into phase 2 of the fight. You think you've slain me? I've lived for over 1,000 years, and I'll live for 10,000 more! Alexander, Kaida, Ponce de Leon. All guys who were searching for immortality in the Fountain of Youth, which is kind of the story behind this game. I was not the first hero to reach the fountain, but I will be the last. Well, we'll see about that. You crazy guy. Alright, in the second phase, I've also recently watched other people completing this fight. Okay, and so I remember the various attacks. Oh, darn it, that's a strong one, though. Let's use some magic. There's no reason not to have these things bouncing around. Alright, and oh, crap. Alright, didn't do that right. Let's get some more conflux orbs going. Let's get a crow. Let's dodge whenever he tries to attack me. Let's cast some more conflux. Let's cast some more conflux. Okay, let's be ready for the next attack. It is this crazy thing where I need to dodge. Nice. Ah, darn, but I didn't dodge that. But now we can get a few more hits. Let's cast a whole bunch more magic, because it can't hurt. Alright, and he's going somewhere. And now which attack is coming up? It's this one. Yep. Good job. Way to dodge. Okay, here's this attack. I can dodge this too. Oh boy, and now he's gonna do that. I'm gonna dodge it in the floor. Oh no! I've got to deathify. I didn't realize I was getting that low on health. And so let's definitely spam the magic button. Oh, come on. Dodge. Dodge. Spam the magic. No! Okay. Here come these. More magic. I'm out of magic. Okay. Oh no! I almost had him down, and I didn't get a free deathify. Man, that was really close. Sir Darwin had a good run, but he couldn't quite complete clearing everything. The final boss. Alright. Let's select a good boss-killing character, and we have enough money that I could probably buy like 10 attack-ups or something ridiculous if I want to. Let's see, a Lich Queen with Flame Barrier, an Assassin, and a Lich King with OCD and Crow Storm. That'll be a character that I'll have to build up again, but it's hard for me to pass that up. I really do enjoy the Lich King. And so, and with OCD, he's going to gain back even more mana. Yeah, I'm going to select this character. That'll mean that next episode will be another longer run through as we clear out everything and gain a whole bunch more gold. Let's see. I don't think I got any more equipment. That's right. There's no new equipment. And so I have 50,000 gold. Yeah, let's just go ridiculous and kind of level ourselves up in ridiculous ways. Let's get like 10 more attack up. Why not? That'll make us stronger. And should I get some more health up? Some deathify, some armor. Let's do 2 health up. Let's do 3 health up to get us up to a nice round number there. And can I get myself up to 15 over here? No. Let's do 1 more armor up. Sure. We're just kind of spending money willy-nilly, wherever it seems good. And with 1,400, are there any cheap pieces of equipment that I still haven't unlocked? No, because I already had a silly money-spending run. And I can't afford to buy any more runes either. Okay, great. Well, next time we will have another Lich. This time we always have Crow Storm, which is great. And now he's hitting for 96. These guys aren't very strong. But our magic damage is doing 65. Yeah, I should spend some money on magic damage up next time. In any case, those will all be things for next time. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day. And I expect next time will be the time that we finally defeat Johannes and unlock New Game Plus here in Mastering Rogue Legacy. Bye-bye.